And thank you very much, members of the Fourth Estate, for joining us in our second council meeting. As you note, that our first council meeting was purely in recognizing fallen son of the soil, the late John Baptist Achambel, and we therefore utilized this particular council to discuss business. The order of business starts with assessing presentation of performance report from last financial year. And as you heard today, there are areas where the city scored and performance was good, but there are also areas that still require improvement. Personally, we received that as a challenge on ourselves. If you heard that our revenue numbers have definitely plummeted. That therefore means we have work to do around that and to really assess. And as you heard in the presentation today, that this matter now goes to committee. There are certain departments whose absorptions were not up to 100%. What happened, right? So now those are the critical questions that the committee needs to delve in, and they will do that in a sitting to analyze the report, but also get to the ground to assess performances. And in the next council sitting, as decided by the speaker, we will come back to present findings from the report. That was one crucial component from the performance report. But also the one component which was crucial, and this gives me a segue into the next matter on the order paper, was the realization from the report that several other departments are still lacking essential staff for the city. The city performed very well in recruitments, and from what you heard, we have such a big number in total from both internal recruitments and external recruitments. We come to about 88 new staff, some of which majority are deployed, of course, in schools, in hospitals, but we have a big number, a big team now. I am very, very happy that the city has got qualified and very competent personnel in key areas. We have a principal revenue officer who will now take courage of that department. The city now has a senior legal officer. As you know, we've been battling issues here and there, and that department is essential in enabling us stay clear of legal battles here and there with members of the public. Different other positions continue to add value to the city, and for me, it also adds credibility to our city, that anybody that would want to partner with Gulu City Council now knows that I'm getting into a fully fledged team ready to take care of business. We have beefed up our works department and technical services, beefed up lands department, beefed up community based service department. So I think that we are in pole position to improve the city and make it as competitive as possible. But the next matter on the order paper, which relates to what I've talked about now in terms of human resources, was the gap that we had in our service commission. We needed a member from the urban councils, and we are so happy that the two urban councils, the Badegela Ibi division and the Rope City division, nominated and seconded a member to join the City Service Commission, and today ours was to bless their work, and we put to table minute extracts and blessed the Service Commission to now function fully with all 4 members and the chairperson. The city will now write to the permanent secretary to make sure that that process is done, and we swing into action for public service. City Service Commission to begin to function. The more human resource you have, the more issues you have to deal with. And I know There are still those things that maybe town clerk is managing, but we need the service commission on hand to help us resolve some of those things and also guide council on matters of HR. We will definitely reduce on our wage bill absorption when we hire more. So we're looking forward to still certain essential positions. In our communications department, for instance, we just have one senior communications officer. And if you look at all the departments that we have about almost 14, 15 departments. If all of them are doing work on the same day, you can imagine how far the communication officer has to go in order to get content and information to share on our platform. So that's an area of improvement, but I am very confident that we are in the right direction and we will get there. The last one, of course, was my prerogative to nominate honorable councillors to different schools, institutions and boards. Their role is very cardinal. That while they sit on those boards, they are able to guide the respective boards on so many matters. Matters of physical planning, matters of adherence to policy, matters of so many things. And that's why it's very essential for honorable councillors to sit on all of these boards. And their deployment after the letter that I'm going to write takes immediate effect. You may be an institution with a member from an old board. If they were recommended and endorsed by council and they are no longer a councillor, they cease to operate. The law provides for that. So we need that to be respected, and I want to ask all schools management to welcome the new councillors and guide them through their respective councils. So those were the key issues that we thought would start up our council, and I think from a procedural point of view, once we subject this to committee scrutiny and verification, we should be able to move forward. There is a ton load of things that we want to do and that we're ready to do. We're just waiting for a couple of things, finances, in order to start work. Yeah, thank you.